behind me is the first group to ever play golf on the chain, STREAMSONG'S 4th golf course. I was actually the first person to ever hit a shot on this golf course. Don't call it a par 3 course, match play golf course with no par. Let's dive into it. So the chain, STREAMSONG'S 4th course. I was lucky to be part of a group of media and friends of STREAMSONG that were invited out there to get an advanced playing of the chain. We played the 6-hole loop, the short loop. There's effectively 3 loops on the course. There's the 19-hole loop if you want to play the whole thing. There's the 6-hole loop, which we played, and then there's the 13-hole loop, which we walked and hit some shots on. I said it in the intro, this is not a par 3 course. It's a short course with no par that is designed for match play. The designers of the golf course were with us on this trip. That first shot I hit was in front of Ben Crenshaw.
Okay, we have Andrew Jensen going to hit the first shot ever at the chain. Mr. Crenshaw is going to narrate this for us.
Are you ready? Land up just slightly left. Oh God, what a good swing. That was too smooth of a swing this early this morning.
Great shot. It felt a lot worse.
Too smooth.
That's what I said.
Good stuff, good stuff.
Yes, he's one of the best golf course designers of this era, but he's a 2-time Masters champion, Hall of Fame player. That was a nervy shot, and it's no surprise that I dumped it 40 feet right of the flag from 105 yards. One of the exciting things about the chain, though, is that particular hole, 105 yards, but it can be anywhere from 45 to probably 110 yards. There's no tee markers. There's a marker for the front of the tee box and the back of the tee box. And you throw a golf ball down and you hit from there. And the concept is the person that wins the hole picks where they hit the next one from. We were a 6-some, so I asked the guys in my group to each basically pick a hole, and everyone picked a yardage. We did kind of play it a little bit kind of just near the back because I think it's hard for people to break from tradition. It's hard for people to walk up onto a hole and scout it and go, ooh, this would be a really fun shot to hit. Let's go hit it from up there where we have a fun mound or a little bit of tree or a little bit of blind. Like, there's so many shots you can hit out there if you break from traditional thinking of where's the tee marker, I gotta play the course, come the scorecard, and also because you're breaking your mindset of what's the par. We weren't making pars or birdies or bogeys. We were making 2s, 3s, or 4s. The second hole we played at 135 yards, and just what a wild green. I can imagine some hole-in-ones on this pin when it's back right. Just a really, really cool design. I mean, no design element is overlooked in this thing. This is the same team that designed Red, one of the top 20 golf courses in the country, designed this short course, and they definitely put a lot of thought and consideration into all of this design. We had dinner with them and they were talking us through the choices they were making as they were designing this golf course.
You can take more liberties, a few more risks, so to speak, to do greens and surrounds and interesting things that you might not be able to do with a regulation course where you're trying to adapt to people of such varying degrees of both strength and skill.
The third hole, we played it kind of close to the back once again, 125 yards. So it's just like gap wedge. Like, you could get stuck in a rut out there and just hit the same shot over and over again. So I encourage anyone, if they get out on a golf course like this, have fun, get creative, and hit short ones, hit long ones. Don't just get stuck into dropping it by the tee marker or dropping it at the same yardage over and over again, because you want to see what you can do. And this green, just a wild green. I mean, the greens didn't look amazing, but they were rolling really, really well. So come December, when this place opens, and 2-3 years from now when it really settles in, it's gonna be so good. Just like every course at STREAMSONG, it's going to be phenomenal. The fourth hole, playing partner finally picked something a little fun here, a little uphill lie into the wind, 152 yards. So this is cool. It's like, all right, you got to hit a golf shot here. You don't just stand up on this tee and just hit a stock swing. You've got an uphill lie. You've got a tricky little shot into the wind. You got to hit something here. You get up on this green and it's just like, it's cool. There's so many pin locations. There's so many ways to hit it close to the hole, and there's ways to be very far away from the hole if you don't get up on the right tier. Fifth hole, 100 yards. Again, we kind of just dropped it at a pretty innocuous yardage. We could have been back. We could have been up at 50 over a little mound to a tucked pin to spice it up. I was like, can we just hit it at the same time? So it's just something fun, and here we go. But this green, again, it's got some serious movement to it. I luckily hit it close, and I made a 2. It's not a birdie though, it was just the 2. So the 6th hole here, this one's really cool. It's got a bunker in the middle of the green, big tee box, trees overhanging the bulk of it, and again, we just dropped it at 121. I really wish we would have gone up to like 60 under a tree to a flag right in front of a bunker that's in the middle of the green. But we dropped it at 121, and I still clipped the tree in the front of the green. But you're seeing all the cool things you can do on this golf course. One of the players in my group hit it in that bunker and hit this phenomenal shot out of this small little postage stamp of a bunker in the middle of the green. That could be it. That could be our day. We could play a 6-hole loop as a 6-some, kind of end our day with some matches, with some money. But there also is the full loop, the full 13. We went out there and we walked around. We hit shots. We had closest to the pin contest. They had laid some mats down for us. There's a punch bowl green. Crenshaw and Coore talked about quite a bit at dinner the night before.
You know, it's basically an old idea. You have a long shot across something. You have a gathering green, a punch hole. That may be one up towards the top of the list.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that, Gary. It's hopefully, I mean, we are not fans of the term signature holes. To us, that means you spend all your time trying to work on one hole. But in this case, could I say it would be my personal favorite hole? Perhaps not, because there's some really, really interesting holes out there. But probably most people would point to that, because you do play over the beautiful lake, and you play into what used to just be a flat piece of ground up there, and we just mined a bunch of sand out of it, made a big hole, and said, okay, we got a big hole, put the green in.
It's just so special, and I can't wait to get out there when it's fully settled in. Because to me, I spent so many years, decades really, of just being so obsessed with the scorecard and par, that this new direction of golf, of short courses, par 3 courses, match play courses, I love it. It's great for creativity, it's great for excitement, and it's great for time. If you only had like an hour or so, go play the 6 as a 6-some. If you've got a little bit more time at the end of the day, you could do the whole 13. I'd probably say the full 19-hole shorter course would probably take 3 to 3.5 hours, because you're walking, no carts, no caddies out there. But you could still play blue, black, or red in the morning, have some lunch, and then go out and play the chain in the evening. There's these new things that are popping up in the game of golf, kind of championed by incredible properties like StreamSong, like Bandon, with these incredible course designers that are like, we love it too. And that's where it's like, okay, if some of the best minds in the game are embracing this different packaging of golf, this non-traditional golf, I think we should too, because the game is growing, but there's different ways to have a relationship and an approach to this game. And I think the chain is an addition at StreamSong. Upon preview, it's 5 stars. It's incredible. But then I can imagine going out there in the future with friends or with a group where you could play just one club and you could hit all kinds of shots. You could go with the full bag. You could play short shots, long shots. There's just so much you can do, but you just got to break your mind from tradition of playing it to the scorecard, what's the yardage, and playing to par, what do I shoot? How do I measure myself? Like Ty Webb in Caddyshack, how do you measure yourself against other golfers? By height. Like, you don't have to be so caught up in score, handicap, and yardage and tradition. Golf can be fun, and if someone made a 1 out there, it's a hole-in-one. Come at me. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do get a chance, when this chain opens, you got to get out there. You just got to get out to StreamSong. It's a phenomenal, phenomenal experience, and this is only going to make it better.